Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF44 coming at you with another video. So I need everybody to stop and thinking about something for a bit. Just a second. With all of the shooting that the Lakers have put on the floor, and with the presence of LeBron James as a facilitator, those who are so very worried about Westbrook need to understand this one thing. He doesn't have to be on the floor for us to win. It may have looked that way when we acquired him, but now that we have the presence of guys like Kendrick Nunn, Malik Monk, THT, Westbrook doesn't necessarily need to be on the floor for us to have success against most of these teams in this league. AD and Braun is enough with the role players that we have to put up massive amounts of scoring numbers. Massive. Now, we took a massive hit on the defensive end. We need to prepare our minds for the understanding that the guys that we let walk out of the door were significantly more brilliant on the defensive end, particularly KCP and Alex Caruso. Now that those guys go out, we are going to be having some defensive issues that we're not used to having. So a lot of Laker fans have it in their mind that the team is going to run the same way. It's not. It's much different because the guys that we brought in are simply not defensive in that way. Now, some of the guys on the back of the bench, your Trevor Arizas, your Kent Bazemore's, those guys are pretty good defensively. So you'll probably see more of them when we start having issues. That could help. But when you got guys like Wayne Ellington, Malik Monk, those guys are not known for their defense. I'm not certain about Kendrick Nunn. And I look at Malik Monk, and to be honest with you, there's potential for him to be better defensively because he has length, extreme length. He's taller than I thought, and he's much more explosive than I ever even imagined. So we'll talk about Malik Monk a little later. He has potential to help us there. But he'll have to grow, and he'll have to learn, how to become that. He's not going to step in and be Caruso. Caruso had a gift on the defensive end. He's not going to step in and be KCP. KCP was special defensively. So we lost that, and it really helped us when we had it. So, of course, we had Avery Bradley for a time, too. So I'm just telling Laker fans right now, like, that's not the type of situation that we got with the players that we acquired. Those guys are not defensive like that. We're losing a lot of defense, but we're bringing in a hell of a lot of shooting. So it should make up the difference or make us even a better team. But we're not a top 3 defense in the league in theory right now. We would need to have a big year from Dwight, and, of course, we need AD to stay healthy. So just get that in your mind. We're looking to score the ball. Defense, that's not what we are. That's not who we are. In theory. So we'll see what the lineups are. But the coach that we have may try to force us to be a defensive team anyway, which really concerns me to some degree, because when I look on that coaching staff, we need guys who are creative offensively, the guys who could draw up offensive plays, and be technical in that way to utilize what it is that we have. I do have questions if we have that in our locker room right now. I do. LeBron James should be able to handle that. But as far as Frank Vogel, he's not an offensive-minded coach. He's a defensive-minded coach. And I just wonder if, depending on how things go halfway through the season, if he's not the guy that we're looking at saying if this team isn't playing up to par and we're fully healthy, if it's not him that we're looking at. And, this is an important year for Frank Vogel because even though, if I'm not mistaken, he should be up for an extension if he hasn't already signed one. If this goes south, it's not going to be a whole lot of wiggle room to improve the roster, in theory. So, he's going to have to do his job in the right way. He's going to have to make the right decisions. And to a point, what I saw from him last year had me concerned that the whole way he played Trez, that was off. That should have never went down that way. Trying to incorporate Drummond when Drummond wasn't working, Drummond should have been pulled, not Trez. And that's just the reality of how I saw it. So, I'm not certain. I'm not going to sit here and pretend. I do like the acquisition of Tisdale. I believe his name is Fizdale. Excuse me. And Fizz is going to come in and be a presence that's going to be helpful with these guys. But I don't know him to be that offensive mind either. I don't know him to have that. I don't know that to be the case. The last time I saw him in a head coaching situation, it was with the Knicks. That didn't go well. So, and with the Memphis Grizzlies, that didn't go well. So. But he has had some success with LeBron James, of course, being an assistant coach in the Heat. With the Heat, he made a name for himself with the Heat, and I think he's going to be good for the players. I think he's going to be very helpful in that way. But I'm looking for somebody who can come in and be an offensive mind, someone who's going to just be the guy coming in, write up a bunch of great plays, out of bounds plays, that kind of mind who's going to just know how to strategize offensively. That's what we need to invest in now, in my opinion. So, yeah. But if we're able to figure that part out, if he does a good job, if we can get that going with the minds that we have up there, there shouldn't be any reason why we're Westbrook reliant. We're just not. If Westbrook's coming in, he's clanking, he's having a bad day, he can have a seat. And we will put a guy like Kendrick Nunn in the game, and he will be very, very productive for us. And then from there, we would allow LeBron James to facilitate. So I don't think Russell Westbrook's going to struggle like that. This is a Hall of Famer we're talking about. But I'm just saying, in the event it just becomes a ridiculous, consider him. Same goes for other guys. I've got Carmelo Anthony on this team. Like, need we not forget about the pieces we just picked up that can hold down the scoring in the event that things go wrong for whatever reason. So though we have older guys, we're the oldest team maybe ever, literally, I think that all the players that we have are in a position to do the things that they do best and are in roles that are going to be fitting for what it is that they're asked to do. They're not going to all be asked to play every day. We have enough youth to where those guys should be able to take a breather. I want to see us booster our front court, though. We need to get another power forward, big man of some sort, and another three. Someone to step in front of Trevor Ariza and do the things that Trevor does. That's going to be most important for us. We still need athleticism in our forward positions. But Malik Monk is going to be somebody we turn to try to help us with that in some ways. So, yeah, man. Yeah, that's what we got going on here. I'm just thinking about what's next. There's a couple of moves that have been made that I'll talk about in another video. But all in all, that's what I came here to say. Thank you guys for watching. My name is BDF44, and I'm out.